You know, this past week was a fantastic week for Sony, and I think that not only has it been a fantastic week for Sony, but it's been a fantastic week for Sony fans. One of the things that makes it so spectacular is the fact that all this news seemed to just come out of nowhere, and I think people really kind of lose sight of that and how just amazing that can be when it comes to these types of things. I honestly just love the fact that everybody is kind of talking about this, and everybody's excited about it. And that's what this is all about, in my opinion. When it comes down to video games, that excitement level and being able to share that with each other, and to be able to kind of, just really just having that something special to look forward to. That next thing is always what's so amazing about video games and gaming in general. And this right here, I have pleasure in doing this particular video because, for one thing, still take it with a slight grain of salt, but when every outlet is running with this and confirmed from sources, and you even have Eurogamer corroborating it and stuff like this, yeah, I definitely say it's a pretty big deal and a sure thing. So, again, we just have different kinds of people that in the media these days. You have a certain type of media person, or quote-unquote insider, that is very much pro Xbox for whatever reason. And then you have, and they're always trying to sort of, I guess, I don't want to say put down whatever Sony's doing, but they definitely aren't of the agenda to help out Sony when it comes to things. So, we do have that to sort of look at and go, oh, that's a sort of a weird thing that's going on right now with this. So, for me personally, I can't wait to dive into this. All these Xbox people said that this would not happen, and it looks like it is happening. So, I can't wait to get into it. Let's go. It's your boy Crapgamer with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that. It helps out the channel tremendously. It means a lot to me personally. A simple like is all I ask. So, as if this wouldn't end soon enough, now we have what looks like to be some very big information about the Silent Hill game that's coming out. So a lot of people are obviously going to be talking about this. It's something that, clearly people have been excited about for a very, very long time. And this is big news because it's tied into Kojima. So a new Sony-funded Silent Hill game reportedly in the works at Kojima Productions. So, again, you had people like Jeff Grubb who was saying, no, they've signed a letter of intent with Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. But again, he's hired a lot of people, and you have a situation for people, he could definitely work on more than one thing. So, this is really something that should get people excited. The rumor about the Xbox game is that it's that cloud-based game that's going to be episodic or whatever, so that probably won't even take much work or whatever. I believe he already had something worked out when he was going to be in a Stadia exclusive or whatever. But a new rumor has refueled to ongoing rumors about a new Silent Hill game being in development. For quite some time, several sources have claimed that Sony is working on a new installment for the series, a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Various insiders backed up these rumors, but to date, we haven't received any official confirmation about a new Silent Hill actually being in development. The new game is said to be a soft reboot that will serve as a reintroduction instead of a full remake or reboot. Yesterday, a new rumor popped up claiming that publisher Konami is planning to revive several of its franchises, including Castlevania, Metal Gear, and Silent Hill. As a matter of fact, VGC's report claims to have heard there are actually multiple Silent Hill titles currently in production, which is something that we've been hearing for a little while now, actually. Following the publication of the above-mentioned report by VGC, gaming outlet Gamatsu now also states to have heard about a new Silent Hill. This project is allegedly being held by Hideo Kojima's Kojima Productions, and is said to be funded by none other than Sony Interactive Entertainment, suggesting that this new Silent Hill will be exclusive to PlayStation. Gamatsu has also heard that the new Silent Hill is in development at a prominent Japanese developer. The studio is Kojima Productions, according to a publishing source that wishes to remain anonymous, who also said the game is funded by Sony Interactive Entertainment. As always, with these kind of rumors, you have to take the information with a pinch of salt. Neither Sony nor Konami will or have officially confirmed that a new game in the series is in the works, or the contrary. Last year, Konami stated that Silent Hill rumors were false. They said, we're aware of all the rumors and reports, but confirm they are not true. I know it's not the answer you fans want to hear, according to a Konami spokesperson. But again, you have to remember that a lot of these places kind of make these kind of announcements. Even Microsoft, when there was a Fable Twitter or whatever, they're like, it has nothing to do with Fable, and then a Perfect Dark Twitter, it has nothing to do with Perfect Dark. I mean, we knew that stuff was coming, and the fact that this is going to be, PlayStation exclusive makes a ton of sense. So, keeping up with the rumor that started yesterday with Konami set to revive Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill, the Video Game Chronicle has stated that Konami is set to ramp up its video game development ventures with new installments and remakes for its biggest franchises. This means that players will already see the triumphant return of franchises like Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania, among other games. This is coming from a publishing source who spoke to VGC anonymously. The decision to bring back the popular IPs was made after a restructure to the company's game development divisions, which started earlier this year. Thanks to it, Konami will now be focused on bringing back its biggest brands to the premium game space. Starting off, we have rumors of a new Castlevania game, which sources described as a reimagining of the series. The game is rumored to be developed internally at Konami in Japan and support from local external studios. Speaking of external help, there's also rumors that a remake of an early Metal Gear Solid game is currently in the works by Singapore-based external studios Virtuos Studios. This studios that worked on the Nintendo Switch ports of Dark Souls Remastered, The Outer Worlds, and LA Noire. The sources suggested that this remake is going to be a new version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Now, according to VGC, Konami also intends to release remasters of the original Metal Gear Solid games for modern consoles ahead of the larger project. Finally, the sources stated that multiple Silent Hill games are currently in production. The games are rumored to be worked on by external studios. VGC's current speculation is that Konami will publicly showcase their plans at a major show next year. In other news, they talked about the leaked box for the Castlevania Advanced Collection, blah, 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 and they found out such games as Castlevania Dracula X, alongside Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Area of Sorrow, will be included. So that was the early day in the breakdown, which I thought was pretty cool, because when you think about it, you have a situation where, you have these earlier rumors and things like that, and now you have this kind of being corroborated by multiple places. I think that that's something that, you can't really kind of take that for granted, and the way that they've been able to kind of pull this off, I gotta say, it makes me extremely happy. Like, some of these Konami franchises are some of the best ever. I mean, those Castlevania games I think they had on the 360 era, fantastic games, really loved them. Silent Hill is a great franchise. Bringing back Metal Gear, I think, is a fantastic idea as well. And people go, well, why wouldn't Kojima work with Metal Gear? Well, if you're just kind of remaking them right now, I think and you're making a new Silent Hill, I think it makes sense for him to work on Silent Hill as opposed to Metal Gear. But that's just my kind of opinion on it. And this would still allow him to, work on the other stuff that he's working on, and, for Microsoft, and not be a big thing. But, so many people really kind of went out of their way to make it seem like he would never work on this game or work with the franchise or anything like that. But you have to keep in mind, because people go, oh, well, didn't him and Konami have a falling out? Yeah, but those people that worked at Konami at that particular point, they don't work there anymore, and time heals all wounds, if you think about it. So, you can definitely see this would be a brilliant move for Sony to fund it. And Sony is being very proactive with getting content out and making sure that they get it. Funding this kind of stuff, I think, goes a long way in, making people happy and getting people the content they want. I mean, everybody's been asking for, this kind of stuff, a new Metal, even a remaster or a remake of some of these games, a reintroduction of the franchise. Because believe it or not, how long has it been since we got a Metal Gear game? I think it's been 7 years or 8 years or something like that. So reintroduce people to it with the classics, remake it. I would still like a remake of the first game. I think that that's something that a lot of people would probably be on board with. Like that first Metal Gear, obviously such a great game, but you also have to take into account that it was a great game, but it's a PlayStation 1 game. Yes, it was I think a GameCube game that got remade or whatever, but still, compared to today's standards, that just wouldn't hold up. You could completely remake it, and I think that it would be fantastic, and I hope that we get that down the road. But you do have a lot of Xbox fans, of course, upset about this. I'm not sure how these games have sold on Xbox, but I can't imagine that Silent Hill and Metal Gear and Castlevania are big sellers on Xbox. So, you know, you got to support the stuff, buy the games, and then you get games. You know, that's how this kind of thing works. You know, it's not rocket science, folks. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Crap gamer out.